three thoughts I leave with you as I share the rest of my learning experience. I remember the first time I went into an interview with Dr. Paz applying for the course. For me, this was the stage of unlearning. Deciding to enroll in an AIJC or deciding to pursue a graduate studies was about confronting wrong mindsets. I realized I had a wrong mindset about PR. I was coming from the thought process that public relations was about spinning stories. Now, very well into my journey, I learned that public relations is not spinning stories. It's about building strong relationships. It's serving your organization's purpose to benefit the society. Having completed my compre exams recently, I know the correct definition of PR, but this was the definition that inspires me to this very day. Why I'm still decided that this is a craft that I personally need to steward. The right mindset will not solve every problem, but the wrong mindset might actually make it worse. So while going through the interview with Dr. Paz, I realized I had mindsets that I had to be ready to unlearn as I learned from other people. And I remember one conversation I had with her throughout the interview, and she asked, "Why are you pursuing continuing studies now? Why in the school? Why not elsewhere?" I told her it's because of my value for personal commitment. If I commit to something, I would never um, do it halfway. And coming from a crisis leadership, it meant a lot because I was desperate. I knew it was an all or nothing game. And while for some it's optional, it's desirable for career advancement. For me, a lot of it was I needed a fresh wind to serve, a fresh wind to lead, a fresh wind to pivot towards changing times, especially for an organization that was supposed to become a voice of hope. Um, these are all parts of the different journey. But the second thing I treasure most, being part of the whole program, was understanding that learning isn't just about unlearning. Second, it's about co-learning. It's collaboratively learning with others. The attitude of perpetual learning is all about building a strong learning environment where meanings are shared and experiences are valued. So this is an ode to Dr. Paz's class, the communication theories part, the reality where how our experience is read, articulated, interpreted, and applied. That's co-learning. And one of the things I treasure that makes continuing studies more exciting is the fact that I've had at least because I entered midway. So I was in between two batches. I'm very thankful that AIJC made way for. I had the privilege and opportunity working not necessarily with like-minded professionals. We're all like-minded in terms of our attitude of learning, but we're not necessarily like-minded in terms of our skills, in terms of our practical experiences, and that was a great plus for me. I entered school to be honest, with a lot of insecurities. Church lang naman kami. Pastor's wife ka naman eh. So, basta asawa mo pastor, you're able to serve. But no, none of it was true. In that room, I learned that I could contribute somewhere, somehow. In that room, I realized that there was no greater or lesser role, that each industry is a gift that helps our society to becoming better. Shared Meanings was all about learning from industry experts, a lot of which were our faculty and staff at AIGC. I loved how the program wasn't just about lectures. I love stories after stories of PR experiences that you will never pick up. I've tried many certificate courses on digital and social media, but none of them were as meaningful as my shared experiences and learnings with our professors and fellow learners as well. Shared experiences was all about learning from peers, these priceless interactions. While the program was mostly online, I am very proud to say that our batch was actually eager to come together on site because we were coming out fresh from a pandemic and we were yearning for a relational environment as well. And I'm glad that AIJC was supportive of that. I learned that co-learning is a beautiful experience and it doesn't stop in school. It can continue even very well after. How was this co-learning environment possible? There was a degree of active listening. For those of you who are about to start your journey, please practice these three things. The idea of active listening, it's the discipline of listening attentively, understanding what is said, and reflectively responding to what you heard. I love the fact that every single one, even our instructors and professors, were active listeners. They would come with an attitude of great interest. There was no, I know this already. I've been here before. That's the beauty of collaborative learning. I've loved exchanges with an inquisitive mind, the discipline of responding in humility, learning with tenacity, because sometimes it's hard to understand, especially when you're going through a com audit class and you're not necessarily good with stats. But when you look at it with a different lens, and of course with the lens of need and desperation to lead better, you take it like a medicine that you need to swallow, and like a healthy vitamin that if understood and learned and applied well, it will benefit futures together. And lastly, of course, life applications, the discipline of making learning practical and integrating it into your daily life. Much is learned in the few hours of talking, interacting with one another. But my other priceless moments were in the Viber groups, in the Facebook groups, in the AIJC chat rooms, where we exchanged learning opportunities and gave feedback to one another together with our instructors that we now call mentors and friends. Just what our president said. And now, at the tail end of my learning journey, I would say it's a relearning experience. It's learning on repeat. Two things about learning on repeat. It's learning with the attitude of learning as if you have forgotten or neglected it. You're too afraid to forget something. That's why you keep rehashing or remembering very well what you learned. But I also wanted to introduce the idea of returning, relearning in the sense of returning your learning journey to forge futures forward. Now, as a communication practitioner, I can now call myself as a com practitioner kasi nakapag-aral na. But really, kasi natututo na. I realized that it is now our responsibility to return the learning journey to others. This photo in front of you is actually a project that we're hoping to complete this Friday. In Victory and Every Nation Philippines, we contracted Attorney Elgin Feliciano, one of our faculty and professors in AIJC, to be our trademark and copyright consultant. And I asked if he would be more than willing to train the ministry. So you might think of it, ang church may trademark, may copyright. Yes, we produce a lot of content. We make our own music, we create our own videos, we create designs. And while we distribute these things and while it's shared across volunteers, we also run the risk of copyright issues. Or with the resource of having volunteers who are untrained on copyright laws, they might end up stealing someone else's copyrighted work in the process. A small thing, but makes big legal implications, and a leader cannot overlook these things. And this is how I was able to return my learning in a simple way by creating a project that allows the shared learning experience I have to be shared meaningfully with others as well. The learning outcomes, well, I think there's no better learning outcome than leading with hope and leading and serving with confidence. I would have to say I was able to serve with the understanding of what needs to be done and possibly how it could be done. But the best part about continuing studies, the answer will be up to you. It's up to you how you will apply it. It's up to you how you will enrich the experiences moving forward. I've learned to make dozens of presentations. I've learned to look at the lens of strategic communication. I've learned how to, and I'm still learning, how to strategically and emphatically communicate in terms of building strategic and good and positive relationships. You might think a church should be positive in terms of its relationship building, but not always. Remember, we're in a polarized society nowadays where there are less and less people coming to church because the image of the church is tainted because we're humans too. We have weaknesses, we have mistakes. But our goal is never to make the church reputable. My goal is not to make the church reputable. My goal is to reflect Christ likeness and show it in any way I can. I think that's the stewardship that I have. That every time we communicate creatively, every material we produce, it should represent who we are and what we're called to do to serve the communities and the cities that we are part of. You see, learning touches the heart when it's genuinely given and genuinely received. And that's what I received. and I'm continually receiving from this school, this program, and the rich relationships I've had.